I've been gardening and growing tomatoes for over 40 years, and after I learned this trick, our tomato harvests have never been better. We call it plant them up to their eyeballs. We're going to tell you all about it coming up next. If you're wanting to have big, consistent tomato harvests, it all starts by growing great plants. And at the foundation of all plants, you need a good, healthy root system. Now, tomatoes are very herbaceous, and these tips are really going to increase your tomato success. For large, consistent harvests, it all starts at growing strong plants. And at the foundation of all plants is the root system. So we need techniques that are going to develop strong root systems. Now, tomatoes are very herbaceous plants. And if you've ever noticed, if they're kept moist, they have a tendency to want to put roots on at higher levels just above the ground. So we want to use techniques that are going to take advantage of it. And it really works well with leggy seedlings. So we grew these plants from seed, and then to hard them off, we put them on our deck under cover, and that helps them stretch. Now, when we use the term plant them up to the eyeballs, really all we want is this much of the plant above ground when we're done. Because whatever's underneath the ground is going to add more roots, and a bigger root ball can support bigger plants. The ability to uptake more nutrients and more moisture, and then therefore create more and larger tomatoes. So if we have just a seedling that is shorter, you still only want to plant it to this much being left out of the ground. In the case of leggy tomatoes, leggy seedlings, we're going to use what we call the trench method. So here we've gone ahead, we've dug a trench. We're going to clip off all the lower branches of the tomato because we don't want to put those underground. And now we're left with one stem, no more leaves. We're going to plant it to just having this much of the tomato above the ground, above the soil level. So we're going to take the seedling out of the starter pot, a couple of squeezes. We can see we've got some nice roots going. We'll tease these roots a little bit here. Teasing the roots is just changing the direction. You want to prevent the roots that we're going to wrap around in the pot, and we want to loosen those up. It's not going to hurt the plant. We've just removed all of the lower leaves, so there's not going to be as much of a demand on taking moisture up immediately. So if we break a few of them off, that's fine. So we want to just loosen up all these roots. We're going to put our tomato plant in the ground here sideways in the trench, and we're just going to bend the plant slightly so that the top of it is just sticking out of the soil. And it's as easy as that. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to bury the plant. If you wanted to add any amendments, we're natural growers, so we keep our amendments to a minimum. We don't till the soil. As you see, our soil is pretty rich here. As you see, chickens behind me are fertilizing, and we use fertility out of the chicken house. We've gone ahead, we've covered the plant up. We're just going to put enough soil here to keep that turned up. As the sun starts beating on it, the tomato plant is going to stand itself up naturally. So it's on an angle, that's not really a problem whatsoever. And we've gone ahead and buried the plant. It's as simple as that. And we'll water that in. We cover the ground, we're no-till, we cover the ground with wood chips. So when we're all done putting all of our tomatoes out, we'll go ahead and then cover this wood chips. We'll put some amendments over the top of it, some of the chicken coop screenings, and we're getting ready for a robust harvest coming up. So if you haven't done it already, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to this one because it'll definitely will do updates and show you how the tomato plants are growing. So you want to get notifications to those, so subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and most of all, come grow with us.